Skibbity toilet, my fellow Rizzlers, and welcome to the Panalysts. I'm your host, Molly, and I was born 1 week before the chairman of Deutsche Bank was assassinated. Coincidence? Yes. And joining me are 4 restless spirits who just got real self-conscious about whether that is a normal spot for the tongue to be sitting in the mouth. On the roof of the mouth, we have Ian and Cameron. What is y'all's team name?
Conduct Unbecoming.
And skittishly avoiding the bottom teeth, we have Kathleen and Wheeler. What is y'all's team name?
Oh, I was up in there on the back of the teeth.
I'm always aware that my tongue is in my mouth, and I hate it.
This is terrible, because we said we'd workshop a team name, but now we don't want to talk, because it's every time the meat moves back and forth between the cheeks.
I'd like to suggest our team name of every time the meat moves back and forth between the cheeks.
Every time, I want to be respectful, every time the meat
moves back and forth between the cheeks.
Between the cheeks.
Dash the Isley brothers.
The Isley brothers.
So this is tacit approval of my approach, is what I'm hearing here.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
See, we arrived at it by committee, which is pretty good news. And in further good news, your bosses at Quaker Oats PepsiCo Conglomerated don't know where you got the idea for Oops All Berries, but it was such a huge success that they don't need to know. Power brokers are practically beating down your door, desperate to know what your next big oops all will be. They want you to come up with another food that is normally found in a medley of some kind, but is now elevated, to be sold and served on its own. You look down the conference room table and reveal the only slide in your presentation. Oops, all, blank. Team Conduct Unbecoming.
How do you feel about Oops All Yolks egg salad cereal? Just add milk and it makes its own mayonnaise.
Okay, yeah, because I was thinking, again, almost with uncanny prescience, Oops All Yolks brand mayonnaise.
Wow.
Which handily beat out Oops All Carbon salad.
See, I was also on the elemental scale there as well as my secondary, but I was looking more for the Ferris sense of things.
Oh, okay.
You always have magnets and machines that take the things out of the cereal that aren't supposed to be there.
What about Oops All Insect Parts?
Yes! Sustainable.
Yeah, no, I like this a lot. Oops All Insect Parts check mix?
Yeah.
Team the Isley Brothers.
Dear God.
So, not to get a little too personal for Loading Ready Run.
Okay.
We have way too many DVDs.
Yeah.
Right? And they used to provide DVDs in cereal boxes.
Right, yes. You used to get like a pack-in of some sort of direct-to-video Hanna-Barbera film when you got a box of Fruity Pebbles or something,
Exactly.
Right?
We can assume that there are other companies, organizations that just have way too many DVDs.
Oops All DVDs.
Oops All DVDs.
Oops All DVDs. What's in there? An assortment.
It's just all, sometimes you could get the lucky box that it is, all the same DVD.
Oh.
Like the God Pack or the Golden Gotcha Pull.
What I'm hearing here is not as a cereal, it's more of a blind box experience.
But we market it as a cereal. That way
children can buy it.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
And technically they're edible.
Yeah, it's all silicon, right? That's what a DVD would get down to at its very core.
They have organic dyes these days, especially for the ones that you write yourself.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that they're at least partially edible.
They're partially edible. That's music to my ears.
Yeah.
If they have dyes, we can have different dyes, so we still have that rainbow variety.
Oh, absolutely. You could collect. There could be rare colors of DVDs.
Just think about how granular we can get. You can have somebody opens their box and they're like, "Great, I needed the green Weekend at Bernie's DVD."
Yep. They slide it into their binder of all of their other Weekend at Bernie's DVDs.
Yup.
This one's a misprint. The label's off slightly to the side. This one's the special Japanese foily edition. This one has alternate artwork by Winona Nelson.
Yes.
This is perfect.
Also, there's this trend of generations kind of falling back to this sort of fabricated nostalgia of an era they were never a part of, right? We see a lot of Zoomers or whatever really into VHSs, despite the fact that they had not experienced them as children. So inevitably, there's going to be this generation, Gen Alpha, is going to be really into DVDs.
Oh.
So they'll want to buy the cereal because, one, it's beautiful.
I mean, it's very colorful and shiny. So if nothing else, it's visually stimulating.
Also, who doesn't like a 90-minute movie?
They work when you don't have internet.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's old-fashioned offline entertainment. This is healthy for the children in their minds.
Exactly. The parents say get off the phones. They
Yeah.
don't say get off the screens. And
Exactly.
so,
Well, because then they'd have to pay attention to their children.
exactly.
I think we're about to hit a 1-2 punch on the cereal market with both of these items of a complete breakfast. We've got the movies, which you can pull out that Weekend at Bernie's, which is itself perceptually a 2.5-hour experience.
2.5 hours.
With all the special features, you know.
Yeah.
The thing is, our cereals are going to stay crunchy in milk throughout those entire 2-hour procedures.
Yeah, nutritious, protein rich, and entertaining.
And shiny. Like, who doesn't love the crunch of a good carapace of a Hercules beetle?
Yeah.
While watching a DVD of Hercules.
Yeah.
Not the Disney one. Not the Disney one.
No.
But a random episode of Hercules, the television series.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like season 2, episode
Yeah.
like 4 to 8.
Yeah, you can reach your hand in. Sometimes you'll pull out an episode of Lex. Or like,
A centipede.
yeah.
Yeah, there will be centipedes in ours too, because those DVD storage facilities are.
People love crossovers too,
that's
right?
true.
They love seeing like Dorito flavored chicken nuggets or,
Yeah.
or whatever. So what if we have special boxes where the kid can take it off the shelf, open it up, and boom, you got a bunch of copies of Human Centipede 2, and it's full of centipedes.
Yeah. So you can eat and watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's educational.
They have a plan to laser target Oops All Bernie's at Gen Alpha. Do you have a plan to appeal Gen Alpha with bugs?
I think that's just due to the fact that that's all there will be to eat in a few decades.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we can leverage this and get in on the ground floor well ahead of anyone else.
First mover opportunity.
Yes.
We have the opportunity actually to reformulate ourselves, in a couple decades' time, have people really upset at the taste of the new formulation, and then come back to Insect Classic.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine the discourse that's going to happen in 50 years over lab-grown insects?
I mean,
Yeah.
they'll be big.
They'll be huge.
They'll probably be better.
Yeah.
They'll be big and juicy, right? Like you're thinking a lobster tail, but it's cockroach.
That's a dinner, though. That's moist.
Yeah.
We need that dry insect husk to be rehydrated in the milk. It's for shelf stability.
It's 11:30 at night, you need a snack, you're already in your underpants, and you just take the box off the shelf and reach your hand in, and you're just rummaging around there looking for the correct texture.
You know the texture of the one you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little
Yeah.
grasshoppers.
Yeah.
Kite and Crunch.
Hey, there's hair in this.
Oh,
No, that's Trix. It's full of rabbit.
No.
Yeah.
I just thought they had like poor safety records at like the factory, and like there had been a scandal about a bunch of hair and like a finger going into a box of Trix, and you were referencing something, and I was like doing some respectful nodding along silence because I had nothing to contribute. But I didn't want to like ask for
No,
clarification.
they ate the Trix rabbit.
They ate the Trix rabbit.
I'm hearing that in the like Atlantic City, like, well, they ate the hair rabbit in Philly last night, kind of vibe. Yeah, they ate the hair rabbit.
I'm barely
The
following
Trix
along
rabbit.
with you, but nodding enthusiastically.
The Trix rabbit, they ate that. They ate the man,
They ate that guy.
bones and all.
Oh, just
Yes.
did they give the rabbit a last meal?
Yeah, but you don't want to hear what it was.
it's like a turducken experience. at
Well,
that
that's exactly
point.
it. I'm assuming it was just a bowl of
It
Trix.
was Trix. He died with a smile on his face,
Wait.
and very abruptly because.
And so you roast up the rabbit, and then you eat the heated Trix from inside of the intestines like sausage, like that scene in that Japanese food
why?
movie.
I gave him a dignified end. One quick.
Trix haggis.
Yeah,
And we're just doing Tanpopo.
yeah.
They're passing the Trix rabbit back and forth.
The rabbit eggs.
I don't know what's going on.
Don't worry about it.
It's a great film. I highly recommend it.
Tampopo's great.
Yeah, it's a beautifully shot film and a love letter to food and food preparation.
Of course, you'd never find it in our boxes of cereal. It's
No.
far too good of a film.
No, we're dealing with DVD seconds and thirds. And old Loading Ready Run DVDs, which is where this started, would definitely be sprinkled in there.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I never thought I'd get hungry inside the Criterion closet.
I
The
did.
Criterion Pantry.
So I think what we have concluded is it is possible to fail up too far at Quaker Oats PepsiCo conglomerated. which is not great news, but I do have further good news. Good news! It's 2075, and your legally designated next of kin is sending you off to a marginally subsidized retirement home to live out the remainder of your life. Because you chose a career in internet comedy, you can't afford a dignified retirement home, but you get to choose what you hope will be your least uncomfortable option. A very affordable but hyper-capitalist Matrix-style human battery situation with pop-up ads in your simulated reality, but also a sizable library of streaming content. B, a semi-affordable full-service facility, but all your care will be administered by AI robots with minion-flavored personalities. Or C, you are cared for by real humans, but it's in Beast Acres trademarked, the Mr. Beast franchised elder care emporium, where you'll be pressed into service as a background actor and or victim in their videos.
Oh.
Team Oops All Bernies.
Is dying not an option?
I mean, it's an option for everybody, I suppose.
All right, can I make a pitch for we die in glorious battle against AI robots?
You know, usually when somebody sets up a multiple choice,
Yeah.
your brain hopes that there will be a specific answer to follow. There was nothing.
There's nothing.
I was alone on the salt flats of my mind. But dying against, I don't, like, what kind of AI robots are we talking about?
As I said, AI robots with minion-flavored personalities. So I think we get to define this. What do you think of when you hear that?
When you're in the robot war and you gotta be the guy to kill Bob.
I've never seen a Minions movie.
So there's Bob, there's Kevin, and there's, I don't know, I've also never seen one, and frankly, I'm a little embarrassed that I got 2 out of 3. I think it's Steven. I don't know. Minion heads, shout out in the comments below. I mean, you have the benefit of getting to say, like, how do you like them bananas? That's kind of like a Blaze of Glory action star line.
Yeah, but
makes you feel alive.
Also, I am considering just taking my cane or walker or whatever, like, assisted mobility device that I have, hydraulic knees, jet ass.
Jet ass.
This is 50 years in the future, and I think I could, wreak considerable havoc on a bunch of AI robots. They're minions, so they're probably delightful and programmed not to be able to be cruel to people. Right? That's what the movie is about, correct?
I think they're the bad guys.
Oh.
They could be. I don't know. 50 years from now, my understanding is that AI is still going to be dog shit. And so we can probably convince the minions to lemmings themselves. So we get a large portion of them out of the way, and then we could just wreak havoc on the fact that their forces are depleted, like you said.
Then we take over the old folks' home, and we start the Butlerian jihad there.
Yep. The jet Butlerian jihad.
Yeah.
Team Conduct Unbecoming. Where do you go?
So I feel the option where we are subjected to endless advertising is probably just, considering that we fed an entire generation of people insect parts. But I kind of want to meet Mr. Beast.
Yeah, no, I was going down the road of it's only 50 years in the future. So if we go into the Matrix, it's still going to be based on BSD because it needs to be reliable. So we can absolutely pack in our own little pie hole and just take down all of the ads. But getting close to Mr. Beast, close enough,
Like arm's reach? Or is he
yeah, arm's reach works.
or is he in a beast mobile?
Oh, some sort of exoskeleton.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking, like, we recently got a new pope,
Yep.
and it wasn't Mr. Beast, which seemed like the front runner to me.
But he did raw dog his first public appearance in a car.
Right.
So, is Mr. Beast a cautious man? Evidence states the negatory in that.
I would not be surprised to find out that Mr. Beast is an animatronic whose face is only animated in the lower half.
Oh, that's...
Because have you ever seen the photos where he's smiling broadly, but his eyes are completely dead?
Everyone, yes.
For some clarification for this, and I think this will benefit both of us, are we able, like, if we lock this in, are we now, do we all live our lives knowing that in 50 years this will happen? Is this prophetic?
Oh, if it's prophetic, that means in 50 years, we go off to our old folks' home with the AI robots. 20 minutes later, their brains are fried because we've just uploaded the USB stick for the virus we spent 50 years paying somebody else to make because I don't know how to do that.
Just overwrite all their data with Weekends at Bernie's DVDs. They will all think that we are dead, so they'll leave us alone. or this may backfire and they'll carry us around.
Well,
like
the
this.
problem is, I think it backfires as soon as somebody in this old folks' home dies, which is
Oh yeah,
not
that's
infrequent.
pretty likely.
I'm gonna say there's an outside chance someone's gonna die every week.
But that gives us some plausible deniability, right?
That's
like they
true.
find one dead person, they're like, well, if one person could die, these other people must surely be dead.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you teaching the minions about mortality?
That's how we. Oh yeah.
Can minions die?
Would they want to die?
I think they would after we started talking to them.
Are they alive?
Were they ever born?
I look at a minion and I assume that they're just like a homogeneous substance on the interior. Like they don't have a differentiate. They're not an organism.
They're just kind of extruded and pinched off into
Yeah,
individual
they're like polenta in there, right?
Yeah.
I gotta say, it is a little odd that both teams have selected the options that aren't, the first option of just there are ads everywhere and we all just watch streaming services for the rest of our lives. Is that not already what we're experiencing?
I think the key difference is that the first version, the Matrix, still allows us to eat steak, which will be a novel experience.
And you also all chose violence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
definitely.
went, as soon as I get to that home, I'm going to start hurting people. AI beings.
I only wanted to hurt robots. If other old people die and are ghoulishly marionetted around by the robots in some sort of Weekend at Bernie's induced haze, that's not my responsibility. Wheeler is the one who gave them the DVDs.
That was my response.
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah, and we're on a team.
Yeah.
But that, everybody's individual contribution should be highlighted even though we're a member of the team.
We all have our strengths.
Some in the courts may call it violence. I, as a caregiver receiver, choose to call it enrichment.
It's stimulation.
Got to keep the body moving and the mind.
Yeah. If you outwit Mr. Beast, I feel that is like, your just reward.
Also, I think he gives you $1 million or something, or lets you see.
Oh, wow, that'll be great. Because we're definitely...
Oh God, yeah,
Yeah.
no. In fact, hook me up into that brain-jacked streaming service. I need HD.
What little I know about the Minions canon is that canonically they just choose to serve whoever the most evil person on the planet is at that moment. And so canonically they were buried in the earth from like 1935 to 1940 something.
Yeah.
So does this mean that no matter what the scenario, Mr. Beast is involved?
I suppose so.
Wait, now, if Mr. Beast is still working at this point, and we are the ones who are retired, as modestly as it may be, have we not achieved the moral victory there to escape from the samsara of employment?
Yeah, no, this is our Buddha self. Locked in Mortal Kombat with a streamer.
We can't rule out that Mr. Beast is being held up in sort of a Weekend at Mr. Beast's scenario neither.
Yeah, I'm assuming that this is some kind of like Beast franchise.
Yeah.
Right?
A
With,
mascot suit,
Oh,
perhaps.
it's a lab-grown Mr. Beast.
yeah.
Beast Labs.
Lab-grown beast sounds like discourse in Whoville. We're having lab-grown roast beast for Christmas this year? Huh. Yeah, my uncle was a farmer. Not anymore.
Since the Grinch came into town, we used to have real Whovillian beasts.
Yup.
There's going to be some pretty serious re-education going on in the next 15 to 25 years, I guess, if we now all know Mr. Beast and the Minions intimately.
Not that intimately.
Oh God, no. Again, they're like a piece of polenta. There is no in, there is no out.
But a unified, homogenized texture, good for squeezing.
Again, enrichment.
Wait, are we eating the minions?
I think we're eating whatever they feed us.
That's true. Bananas.
Broken minions.
Broken.
Ooh, minion steak.
Rejected Mr. Beasts. Oh, this one came out of the grower a bit lopsided, grinded up.
See, but we can do tours of the forest of failed Mr. Beasts. Come, see the Mr. Beast with two backs.
Oh, this Mr. Beast had a moral core. So we left him alive and put him in a jar. Help me.
So I think what we have concluded is eventually all things must conclude, including our own sad content-creating lives. I would like to thank Wheeler and Kathleen and Cameron and Ian for talking. 2 down? Was that 2 down? It's fine. I would like to thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and supporting on Patreon. This has been The Panelists. Banana! What if it was a development process until we arrived at the current Mr. Beast?
There must be some sort of a history of the beast discipline at this point, tracking from beginning to current to.
The evolution of Beast.
Yeah, like the beast coming out of the water, the beast on 2 legs.
Yeah, the beast coming out of the streaming service to shame mankind.
Hold up a mirror, thank you very much.